Senator Ron Johnson, a Republican from Wisconsin, said on CNN's State of the Union yesterday that there is a block of Senate Republicans willing to block Donald Trump's big, beautiful bill until he gets serious about spending cuts. And he called the bill immoral. He said he's going to continue to block anything that comes through that continues to add to the deficit. He said we cannot continue to leverage our children's future in this way. Now, there are just, estimates about this big, beautiful bill could add $22 trillion to the deficit over 10 years. And Ron Johnson has issues with that. Senator Johnson does not like adding more money to the deficit. He wants deeper spending cuts. And it sounds like he's got enough votes on the Republican side, should all Democrats side with him, to block the bill. Now, there's already some question as to whether or not this bill can even be passed with the reconciliation process. I've talked about that before. Basically, reconciliation is only supposed to be used for taxes and budget, but there are some other provisions in this bill that make it about more than just taxes and budget. And that could derail it, which would mean they'd have to get past the filibuster anyway. And Democrats aren't going to side with this bill. There's not going to be enough. Now, we will see how Republicans ultimately vote on this, but Ron Johnson's publicly saying that there's enough votes to derail it. I don't think he'd make those comments if he wasn't convinced that it could happen. Senator Lindsey Graham has said that Senate Republicans aren't just going to green light this because there's issues with it. Now, whatever changes they make to this bill, they would have to send that back to the House. So they can make a bunch of changes. The House would have to re-vote on it. Now, remember, this only passed the House by a margin of one vote. Now, with that being said, any changes when they go through the House, that one vote could switch the other direction. And if they end up tied, it would not pass the House. So we will see what Republicans do with this. But it sounds like they're not just going to cave and give in to Donald Trump. I think they are worried about what's in this bill. Now, Ron Johnson says he's worried about adding to the deficit, but I think other senators are worried about deep cuts to Medicare, Medicaid, and food assistance programs, especially in red states, states that are already dependent on some of those issues. They don't want to see those cuts going through because they know actually passing this and having it go into law when it starts affecting people is going to be disastrous to their reelection campaigns. And I've said a lot that the one thing you can count on politicians wanting and caring about is their own power and getting reelected and staying in power. So they're going to vote in their best interest, maybe not our best interest, but their own.